Hi guys, Marijka, Milton Public Library. Today I'm bringing to you some more new books. These books that I'm going to focus on today are probably some books that have slipped through the cracks with people coming into the library less and with everything going on. I'm just thinking perhaps you didn't notice these books were even out yet, and there's some really good books that you probably want to take a look at. So the first book we're going to talk about today is called Clean Getaway. This book is by Nick Stone. This book's about a boy who takes an unplanned trip with his grandma after his spring break trip was canceled. The setting of this book is in the backdrop of the segregated South. So throughout this trip, he starts to learn that people like him were not always treated as well as he is, and different situations that arise between his setting now and the setting that was, and instances with his grandma. So that book is called Clean Getaway, and it is by Nick Stone. The next book I'm going to talk about is The Warriors graphic novel by Erin Hunter, A Shadow in RiverClan. So this book is set after the events of the Warriors books, the whole series. So the Warriors, the prophecy begins. It's an action-packed standalone adventure and is really, really good for anyone who has liked all of the Warriors or Erin Hunter. So that is The Warriors graphic novel, A Shadow in RiverClan by Erin Hunter. The next book I'm going to bring up to you is called Grasping Mysteries, Girls Who Love Math. This book is by Jeannine Atkins, and it's told, this is another one of those kind of odd books because it's told through poems, and it is very stunning, vibrant novel that celebrates 7 remarkable women who used math as their key to explore mysteries of the universe and grew up to do innovative work that changed the world. So that is Grasping Mysteries, Girls Who Love Math, and it is by Jeannine Atkins. So the next book is a graphic novel, another graphic novel, and it's called Doodleville. This is a graphic novel for anyone who really likes awkward or smile or any sorts of those types of graphic novels. And it is about a group of young artists who create this like world called Doodleville, and they have to all come together and work together when one of their creations in it becomes a monster. So that sounds pretty fun. So that's Doodleville, and that is by Chad Sell, yes. So the next book I want to bring up is called Star-Spangled, The Story of the Flag, a Battle, and the American Anthem. This book is by Tim Grove. So the national anthem actually was a poem that told the story about the American flag rising high above the fort after a night of intense battle in the War of 1812. So this story tells that whole story, but it tells it from the perspective of different real people who were involved in that story, both American and British. So that is called Star-Spangled, The Story of a Flag, a Battle, and the American Anthem. That is by Tim Grove. The next book I have is The Highland Falcon Thief. This is by M.G. Leonard and Sam Sedgman. 11-year-old Hal is forced to travel on a train with his uncle. There he meets a girl who did not pay to board, so she's a stowaway, and they befriend each other on this train. So on the last leg of the train, a prince and princess board, and the princess's necklace is stolen. So this really is a story about how these pair of kids get swept up in all of this action of what is going on in this mystery. So that is the Highland Falcon Thief, M.G. Leonard and Sam Sedgman. The next book is by Brandy Colbert, and this book is called The Only Black Girls in Town. This book is about Alberta, and she's been the only black girl in town for as long as she can remember, until Eddie shows up. When Eddie shows up, Alberta is positive that they are going to be great friends because they are now the only black girls in town, so why wouldn't they have anything in common? But then she figures out they really don't have anything in common. They come from two different places, and Eddie is having a really hard time going from a big city to this small town and trying to figure out where she fits in. But when the pair find some old journals, they find that a painful past and a bunch of secrets within these books will show them that their history is the same. So the book is called The Only Black Girls in Town, and it is by Brandy Colbert. The next book is Elements of Genius, Nikki, Telsa, and the Ferret-proof Death Ray. This book is by Jess Keating. So this book is about Nikki, and she invents a death ray. I mean, who doesn't, right? And everything is cool with her death ray until a ferret comes along who maybe has a little itchy trigger finger, and the death ray explodes in her bedroom. So, of course, she gets in some trouble and she gets sent to the Genius Academy. And that's where all of the greatest minds ever have gone. So, of course, she's going to fit in just spectacularly there. That's not a punishment until she doesn't fit in. And she, as hard as she tries and as nice as she is, she just can't seem to make it work. So when her death ray is stolen, she realizes that she can no longer take the time to play nice, and she must get her weapon of destruction back. So this is The Elements of Genius, Nikki, Tesla, and the Ferret-proof Death Ray by Jess Keating. The last book that I want to bring to you today is called The Campaign with Liberty and Study Hall for All, and this is by Laurie Friedman. This book is about a girl who whole life is politics. Her parents are in politics. They run campaigns and do all that stuff. So she knows she's going to run for class president, and her best friend is going to be her VP. Until her best friend decides she also wants to be president, and they find themselves in competition with each other. So as the school is deciding which one they're choosing between the two, the girls start to realize that how they are how their persons are reflected and how they react to everything around them is going to go beyond just this campaign. So this is their story about that. And the book is The Campaign with Liberty and Study Hall for All by Laurie Friedman. So those are some of our new books that I think maybe you guys might have missed, and everything going on. I hope at least one, maybe two or more, pique an interest and you would like to look more into those. So again, you can come in and get some books from us. If you don't have a library card, your parent can bring you in and get you one, and we can get you some books. So you guys have a nice day. Bye.